Good morning, class. Today I'll be teaching you about Chapter 8, Section 5, Kites and Trapezoids. The properties of a kite include the fact that the diagonals of a kite are perpendicular and at least one pair of opposite angles are congruent. After learning these properties, take a look at this kite. Angle E is 124 degrees, while angle G is 80 degrees. We have to find angle D using an equation. The equation would be angle D plus angle F plus 124 plus 80 equals 360, because all interior angles of a kite equal 360. Next, you would substitute angle F for angle D, because opposite angles of this kite are congruent, meaning that angle D equals angle F. After this step, you would combine your like terms. So 2 times angle D plus 204 equals 360 degrees. The last step to this problem would be to solve for angle D. To do this, you would have to subtract 204 from 360 and divide that by 2, leaving you with 78. Angle D equals 78. Next, I'll be teaching you about the midsegment of a trapezoid. The midsegment of a trapezoid is parallel to the bases. The equation to this would be PQ equals 1 half AB plus DC. Take a look at this problem here. In this trapezoid, you'll have to use the equation that you just learned to find the length of MN. The equation to find MN would be 1 half PQ plus SR. Since PQ equals 12 and SR equals 28, you would substitute them in the equation. Next, you would simplify by adding 12 and 28, which would give you 40, and dividing that by 2, which will give you 20. The length of MN is 20. Next, I'll be teaching you about the properties of a trapezoid. If a trapezoid is isosceles, then each pair of base angles are congruent. So if this trapezoid is isosceles, which it is, angle P and angle S are congruent, and angle Q and angle R are congruent. Second, if a trapezoid has a pair of congruent base angles, so if angle P and angle S are congruent, then it's an isosceles trapezoid. Lastly, a trapezoid is isosceles if and only if its diagonals are congruent. So if line Q and S and line R and P are congruent, then it's an isosceles trapezoid. After learning this, let's answer this question whether ORST is a trapezoid or not. To do this, we have to first compare the slopes of the opposite sides. So, by finding the slope of RS, which equals 4 over 2 minus 3 over 0, which is 1 half. So the slope of RS is 1 half. Next, we find the slope of OT, which equals 2 over 4 minus 0, which equals 2 over 4, which simplified is 1 half. Since the slope of RS and OT are the same, RS and OT are parallel. Now we would find the slope of ST, which is 2 divided by 4 minus 4 divided by 2, which equals negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. The slope of ST is negative 1. Now we would find the slope of the opposite side, which is OR, which equals 3 divided by 0 minus 0, which equals 3 divided by 0, which is undefined. The slope of ST and OR are not the same, but since one pair of parallel sides exists, it is a trapezoid. Now here's a song that helps me remember properties of a trapezoid, which is a tune of I Believe I Can Fly. Trapezoids have four sides. Enjoy. I always thought that trapezoids were lame until my math teacher, Mrs. Barger, taught me all about trapezoids. They really are shapes you can't avoid. In this trapezoid, diagonals are congruent. They are isosceles, there's nothing to it. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have parallel lines, but they only have one pair. Unlike rhombuses and squares, their legs are equal. This shape really isn't dull. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have four sides. The median is the base's mean. Upper and lower angles are supplementary. Upper base angles are congruent. You'll need these things to be a good student. In this trapezoid, diagonals are congruent. They are isosceles, there's nothing to it. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have parallel lines, but they only have one pair. Unlike rhombuses and squares, this shape isn't. Their legs are equal. This shape really isn't dull. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have four sides. Trapezoids have four sides. Here are a couple examples of trapezoids. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Stick around for the credits.